build my gallows and build them high. Makes a long time climbing before I die.
Hello everybody, welcome to Shortbangers. I'm Matty, joined tonight by Colin as usual. Colin, how's it going?
Good mate, I'm sorry I'm late.
That's alright. I should point out, as usual, isn't it your surname? We're
not
normally joined by you, just in case anybody thought your name was Colin as usual. Anyway, right, aye. Alex as well joins us. Twitter's Fattest Brickets. Alex, how you doing?
Do you want the honest answer, or will I just say I'm alright?
Tell us whatever you want, mate.
I wanted to kill my kids half an hour ago, but I'm fine.
Join the club, mate.
Never done it.
Just for the avoidance of doubt, right? You wanted to kill them half an hour ago.
Aye.
And now you're fine. Are they still safe, Alex?
Like, aye, I left them in the back.
Social's tapping the door, you're not going anywhere.
I've got a beer now, everything's alright.
That's all you need for a Friday night, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Right, we'll get wired into some questions. First one's for TG Willis tonight, and again, TG Willis has labelled this, so we've got a wee heading for the question. We've suggested this as a practice that everybody should adopt when they send them in. I do like it. So this one's categorised as Matey Bubble Bath. You remember Matey Bubble Bath?
Aye.
Colin, you're shaking. Fuck off, you must have had Mr. Matey when you were wee. The bubble bath, but it was like a wee sailor. And the bottle top was his hat. And then there was Mrs. Matey, and there was a Santa one at Christmas time and that.
Right, okay. Aye, right, ringing a bell.
Alex, you remember it, yeah?
I do, aye.
I think you still get it.
Probably.
Anyway,
who knows?
The question, bath time adverts circa 1976, so this is before all our times, stated it got kids clean as well as the bath. Do you think this was true? What sort of additives were they putting in the stuff if it actually did what it claimed?
It's got to be some sort of reverse fucking cocaine or whatever the kids were on, eh?
A reverse cocaine?
I don't know.
Was cocaine about in the days? Like, it must have been, but it wasn't like popularised like it is now, eh?
There was
medicine in there.
There was a thing shared on Facebook, so I've no fact checked this, right? Which is normally the starting point for us is fuck. I don't care if it's true or not. Right? There's an excerpt from Sigmund Freud's book, and he was talking about presenting. He was lecturing, and he went to do the lecture, and he says, "I hadn't prepared for it, but I think it went well. I managed to talk with confidence and an air of authority." And everybody believed that I knew what I was talking about, and I put this largely down to the cocaine that I had consumed before it. As if it was just a matter of fact that this was his big, like, his tip for a perfect lecture was just to get wired on coke before it.
Well, I was going to say, that's how I get my jobs. I didn't take talk confidently, and you're fine.
That's it. I didn't take. Didn't recommend taking it. I've never met anybody, just like on the whole drugs thing and that. Never met anybody who's on coke that has been all right. Everybody that I've encountered on coke is I can't. No, even if they're not normally, like normally they're fine when they've had that. They think they're sound. Trust me, you know. Right, bubble bath, cleaning the bath and the kids. Is that possible at the same time?
Must have been about Ajax in it, as it was called back then, eh?
Must have been. Aye, must have. We're going to have to look that up. Look at the advert.
I was thinking this morning, right, different topic, but it's along the lines of cleaning, right? So I was at the dental hygienist this morning, and I said to him, we were both there, I said to my wife after on the way back, why has nobody ever invented, right, so you go into the hygienist, 20 minutes, 50 quid for 20 minutes, right? Now I've not had it done for about, three years or something, because I've had
COVID.
3 years off, the dentists, and she's like, you need to do a bit of flossing there and that, because it's like, I'm going, is that not your job? Is that not why I'm paying you 50 quid? Right, for one. It's almost like somebody directing you to the self-checkout. But I struggle to get the wee brushes in between my teeth as well, right? So that's another kind of, and the floss, I'm not a big fan. Anyway, right. So I paid that, and I've come here and I thought, why has they ever invented like a mouthwash that dissolves like tartar and plaque?
There's one that's, so it does something similar. I can't remember if you have to, so it's like two different colours. So there's two elements that you shake the bottle, and then when you rinse your mouth and you spit out, it's got all the shit that comes out with it. That's its selling point was like, you'll see it all in the sink, and you fucking do.
Right. So you think you would never need to go to a dental hygienist again if you do that? Because I'm thinking that was 50 quid for 20 minutes. Like there must be a cheaper way or a better way.
I think you still have to go to the hygienist. I think they're all in it together. Because did you get referred to the hygienist by the dentist?
Oh, aye. That's exactly. So that's where my mind started going, right? Because I was at the dentist a couple of weeks ago and went, aye, fine. And I thought, give me a wee scale and polish like I normally get, like 12 quid, 15 quid, something like that. I can't remember. It's that long since I had it done. And she's like, maybe go to the hygienist. And I thought, I went down to the desk and they went, 50 quid for 20 minutes. And I thought, nah, I'll no bother. And then my wife went, she's booking it. And I thought, right, fuck it, I'll get a bash but I'll not go as frequently as her. So I do brush my teeth regular. Like I do take care of my teeth. But I just think 50 quid for 20 minutes. Although it's not a bad hourly rate, eh?
You're not paying for the 20 minutes, Colin. You're paying for all the experience and education or the time served to make sure they do a good job. That's what you're paying for there, mate.
But they're just scraping shite off the back of your teeth and then giving you a wee polish.
You've got really good tools for it, though.
Well, I do it myself. But they're saying do it with floss. I've not got the tools to do it. I suppose I could maybe buy the tools. What I was thinking is either a mouthwash, what you told me this, or like something like a gum shield that's got chemicals in it. You stick it in every 6 months, melts all the shite, and you just spit it out.
You can just blend all your food and drink it.
And
you're
I've not been eating much food for the last few months, and I've still got this build-up, right? So I don't know if that is the actual fact.
Maybe dust.
Dust. You sleep in your mouth?
Managed.
Maybe Carol's just like chucking stuff into your mouth when you're asleep.
Just smearing fucking black on the back of my teeth and that.
A bit of peanut in this one.
Anyway, there was that, but then I got back on the fucking funeral scam again the day. But so since we've got a joiner on, did you get? Because I've never spoken to her about it before. So I got on this role. Did you get like work to create coffins?
I've been asked once to do it, but nah, it's a specialist that does it. So.
Is it? Because you've probably heard, or I don't know if you were on when I spoke about it. I'm under the impression, like, well, not impression, but surely they didn't burn every one. They must reuse them.
I don't ken, so I heard you talking about that, and I've got no idea. I've got that.
This is a big scam, mate.
Aye.
It's the same, like, because you think, right, you say, you tick the box or whatever it is on the form, you say, give me the ashes, right? So you get the ashes, it's fucking wood. It's not the person. There's a wee bit of the person in there, otherwise it's a big fucking wooden coffin.
Maybe
unless, because I reckon it's like a wheelie bin. They put it up, the hook on, and the door opens and the body falls into the fire.
Aye.
And then the coffin just gets used. And there's just like a constant cycle of coffins.
I'll have got a sound effect for it when it's fucking like, I
saw that on Twitter this morning. Somebody retweeted it. Somebody Longbangers follows or whatever on Twitter. And it was the Edinburgh Council saying the bins have been frozen. Some bins have been frozen overnight. So if they didn't open when they go in the wheelie, just put it the next time. And you're like, surely the cunts could just go and get a wee fucking nudge before they stick on the machine. Are we saying that's out of the scope of the role? Like, they just check the lids open. Fucking hell, eh?
I don't know. Depends how cold it is. Imagine doing that.
But they wear gloves.
You come back and you go, why is my bin not being emptied? Oh, my bin must have been a wee bit colder than everybody else's, so the lid froze shut.
Aye. Unbelievable.
With regards to the coffin, I'm actually going to make my own coffin a wee bit wider so I can like chill out.
Aye.
What you need to do, Alec, right, is, and I don't care how feasible this is. My wood knowledge isn't great. Could you set it up in some way that when they burn it, a different colour of smoke comes out so we could tell?
Oh, maybe you could.
Or like a sound effect or something that put something explosive in it, in the wood.
Hide a firework or the gunpowder.
And then we'd get.
That'd be a good way to check.
I mean, touch wood, you last longer than us, but we'll come to your funeral. Like if the worst happens, we'll definitely be there for science reasons now as well.
I'll drill loads of holes in my coffin and hide gunpowder in it, and if I'll need to get cremated now, so that'll change everything. But I'll do it for
that's good to be worth it though.
You're fucking right. You get an answer, so there you go.
Aye.
Does the burial thing change your view on things, Colin? Because they dig a hole and put everything in the ground, don't they? They didn't.
So I'm going to. So I went. I wish I'd asked this. I went with my mum a few years ago before lockdown, and we booked her funeral's all booked. And it's just now when it's paid for. You just need to phone up on the day. Bishop and Portobello, phone them up, and it all happens. But my dad wouldn't do it because he thinks it's morbid and that. And I'm like, but I'm going to have to fucking do it. Like somebody is going to have to do it. Like it'd be easier for me just to phone some cunt than have to organise it and pick coffins and that. So I say to Mum, just phone up and say just everything duplicate the lot, like, and then it's done and then it's paid for and that. What was I telling you? What was the question?
We were asking about the burying them rather than cremating. So if it changed your view on the coffin scam.
So when I went in with my ma to pick her coffin and all that stuff, I wish I'd asked. Is it more expensive to get buried? Obviously, it would be, right, because you'll be paying rent, I suppose, on the plot of some sort. But I wonder if the coffin's been expensive because it's a buyer coffin rather than a renting it. Because it must be a rent. Otherwise, it's just fucking waste. In the world that we're in, the eco and all of that, we're surely not just a brand new coffin goes in a motor, drives you to Morton Hall, and they burn the fucker. Surely not.
Do you have we collectively here? Nobody steal this idea if you're listening. Alex, you obviously are good at making stuff with wood. We could do a business where you rent the coffin, as long as you were getting cremated. We could do coffin rentals. Save everybody.
We'll guarantee that the ashes you get are the person and the
just
person.
The person.
No additions.
No the bag or anything, just the body.
Just the person. So we rent out, and it'll save you a fucking fortune, wouldn't it?
You always dress the body up in fancy clothes and that, like the best suit or something, don't you?
Aye.
Obviously, I'll have to have the clothes and that in it as well, but they'll not have any wood, non-flammable, like stuff like that. So I take it as good.
It looks expensive, like when you see a coffin, they do look like they've taken a bit of time and effort on them. It's not just like it's been cobbled together.
I was on the rant in the car this morning about the dentist and saying fucking money like for that, imagine sending me there all that stuff I've already ranted on about. And one pulled it in front of me, a hearse with a big, and it was a fucking huge coffin. Must have been a big guy or woman. And I thought, that must have cost, like the amount of money that must have cost to me. I don't know how much do you think a coffin would cost to make, Alex?
$3.5 grand minimum.
Because they charge you that for the whole thing.
Fuck no, I don't know.
See, well, that would tie in then. That would tie in because you're paying a wee bit less than how much the coffin costs, like because you would rent it rather than buy it.
How does this make a bubble bath, the coffins?
We were talking about what else goes in it, and I was talking about
you started on Ajax.
Mouthwash. Aye, and I went mouthwash for your pack.
I was going to ask you if Ajax had been upgraded to Ajax now we were all more cultured, but it's Sif now, isn't it?
It's Sif, aye.
Chief.
Chief. Why did the football team not change their name as well, then to go along with it? I'm going to write to them and find out. Right, Colin, your task before we record next is to find out whether there is an existing coffin rental service that you can do. And if there's not, we're absolutely fucking patent. And this is your evidence that we came up with the idea.
You know what? I thought that earlier. I thought, if I rant about this later on, if I remember, which I have, we need to trademark it or something, or date stamp this 9th of December. Yeah.
Aye. 7th of December. Just to play it safe, Colin.
Just in case somebody else thought it yesterday.
2020. Right. Anyway, William Turner says, train station fish finger croissants, anyone? And he's got a wee picture of some fish finger croissants in the train station. So he's having that.
It sounds shite because it comes to a train station, but that's prejudging. You shouldn't do that.
I think fish finger seems to be the appropriate thing to put on a croissant, do you?
It doesn't seem French enough, does it?
Nah.
What do you put on your croissant? I think you've had croissant. What would be your filling of choice?
Usually Nutella, or peanut butter or something. But then cheese and ham now and again. So-
Cheese
Cheese and ham's nice.
and ham, butter, or Nutella would be.
Jam,
Aye.
just a bit of strawberry jam or raspberry
Aye,
jam.
but
no?
jams are
Aye.
nice. Butter and jam. Not
You had
just the jam
bacon
on
on
its
it
own.
before.
Bacon,
Bacon's
no.
right.
oh, fuck, aye. Heidi. I've not had my tea yet. That's super.
Mm.
This is
I
what
don't know,
happens.
that's
We
what
fucking
happened.
do this all the time. We record it when we've no eaten, and then it gets to food, and then we just spend fucking 20 minutes
Aye.
talking about scran.
Yeah.
But a bacon croissant sounds.
Aye.
Decent bacon, like, you know.
Mhm.
But
Oh,
aye,
aye.
it's decent. I
This
like it. I
morning-
didn't mind the croissant.
I had from McDonald's. They did it for Christmas, I think. A bacon, sausage, and egg muffin, rather than just having to pick between the sausage or the bacon and egg.
You
Had
can
it on
get,
it.
do they not do a roll or
Oh, yeah,
something
but-
anyway? Normally like
Aye,
that.
they
They've
do.
just made it into a muffin now.
Yeah,
Aye.
Muffins are better, eh?
aye, definitely.
Aye.
If you're having them,
You get the cheese in there. I know I didn't care about the cheese. I'm not really
Aye,
sure
cheese.
what that.
It needs to be melted, eh?
the cheese is nice at McDonald's, and I don't know why, because it's if you're buying that in Tesco, it's the cheapest cheese, isn't it? Like the cheese slices that look kind of used to be like the Kraft cheese slices or whatever.
Yeah.
But on a
Aye.
burger or on a muffin, it's fucking quality.
Mm.
Wouldn't have it on toast. Like you wouldn't make cheese on toast with that.
Nah.
But we spoke about this before on one of the ones when we've recorded before dinner, eh? They do the cheese, melted cheese, because they fuck the egg up, eh? And the egg's not runny. They can't cook the eggs to order
Aye.
like that. They're no fresh eggs.
They're fresh
They're-
eggs.
Well, they're fresh eggs, but the yolk's fucked.
Aye, they have to
no-
break the yolk to cook them.
Aye, so they put the cheese on it to give you that, no eggy feeling, but like the moisture or whatever you want to call it that comes from the yolk.
See, on the subject of that, right, I must. Do you know how like your Facebook Reels or TikToks pick up whatever you're watching?
Mhm.
Right, so if you watch one of something, folk cooking things, right? I must have watched loads of these. They keep coming up, right? Folk either cooking them outside. These mad bastards that get like a big fucking bit of meat that's about kind of the size of your head, and then they're like doing all sorts of stuff, and they chuck it on a big fucking open fire, and then they put it in a pot and they dig it a hole and they put it underground and all the rest of it. Anyway, recently I've been getting ones where folk are putting eggs into a frying pan and then getting chopsticks and fucking just mashing it up.
Aye.
It does my head because the best part of an egg, like a fried egg, is the
Yolk.
runny yolk.
Aye.
Is that not like scrambled egg they're making then?
No, it's no going as far as scrambled egg.
It's
But
a-
then to go on like burgers and things like that, it just
Aye.
fucking ruins it.
So
Well-
does it get cooked like fully, or is it coming out all runny in that?
It gets cooked fully. But it just ends up
It's just
sort of
what-
like white
what
and
it's
yellow, or like a sort of marbled effect.
my Facebook shorts are basically, it's like solutions to problems that nobody's got. That's what the videos that I watch, and I don't
Aye.
know how the fuck I've ended up with all them.
Oh, it's probably
Like-
something to do with this programme.
Maybe.
Aye.
It's like somebody trying to, they're like that, they're going off stressing out because they can't get a fucking cable under a couch or something, and they're like, "Argh," and then they end up getting a crane in the house and fucking, I don't know, just like, oh shit like that. It's all pointless fucking shit to keep you watching. Then you get an advert.
When I was in Germany a couple of years ago for Oktoberfest, we went to McDonald's on the way home for the event, steaming, and it was one of the order at the board thing. Obviously, I speak German, but I had pictures and stuff. But I accidentally got an egg on my burger.
I would take that.
I
Aye.
enjoyed it. I'm a big fan of eggs. Right,
Yeah.
TG Willis. This category is boxed porridge.
Oh.
Why is porridge the only boxed cereal that doesn't have an inner bag?
Fair enough, eh?
Mm.
What makes it so special? Or no special enough to get one?
Aye.
Fucking hell.
That's a good question.
It really is. Maybe the box gives it more flavour because it's like cardboard anyway.
Maybe. So just the bits
No,
an
not a fan of
inside
porridge.
kind of break off.
Nah. I've been working in a house this week in a kitchen, and when your kitchen comes out, you can't cook, obviously. So the guy's been microwaving stuff. He has mashed potatoes in the afternoon, microwave mashed potatoes, and he has
Ah,
microwave porridge in the morning, and he's on rag every day because he can't get the setting right, and it always bubbles up.
aye, that
Fucking
dries it out.
Fucking bowl of cereal, you can't like.
I like porridge. I like it runny though. I wouldn't want it dried out like what you're
Nah,
saying there.
dried out porridge is
And-
horrible.
I think I wouldn't microwave scrambled eggs. Does he do that?
Probably,
you
aye.
ever done that? I've seen folk doing that at work.
My
and
missus
that,
did
getting
it. Aye.
I,
Just shout.
I'm very particular with making scrambled eggs. It has to be done like a certain way and with a lot of care and attention because you want it just like you say on the right side of soft, like
Fluffy.
because if it goes
Mhm.
too far, if you cook it too long, it's like papery, and
Rubbery.
that's rubbery. It's not as nice.
No.
Going to food again, eh?
Food again, aye. Got
Aye.
a wee bell that says, "Can I talk about food?"
That's what you get for
Alarm.
recording at 6 o'clock.
I know. I think T.G. Willis must have been hungry when he was sending the questions in as well because he's
I don't
got.
know the answer to that, of course, either.
Ah,
Like, there's
no.
I don't know. I'm going to Google that after. I'm going to write that down as well.
So is it the porridge is missing out, or are they being too careful with everything else?
I bet it boiled back down to mice. I bet like eventually mice like fucking ate boxes of porridge or something, and then they're
must
like,
be,
"Well, just take it out of the bag because fuck it, they're getting into it anyway."
Or freshness. So put porridge maybe because you're kind of putting it in milk or water to soften it. It doesn't need to be in a bag to keep fresh.
Aye, so the freshness
Ah,
would
maybe.
Then I
definitely
suppose
come
you
in
put other
there.
cereal in milk.
Aye,
But then it's not to soften it and cook it though. You know what I mean? It's just to make it less dry.
aye. So maybe like you're crunching up cornflakes. If you left them
They go
unbagged,
soggy.
they would go soft. Aye, they definitely do because when the kids didn't close the bag
Aye,
up properly,
sure,
and
right.
you go in and you're
Yeah.
like, fucking, they're not as good as they should be.
No, we do this is, I don't know. We've got fucking plastic Tupperwares that
Aye.
the cereal comes in and they take it out the bag and into the plastic Tupperware.
You have to eat it quick though.
Do you understand
Because-
that?
Are you never tempted just to pour the milk right into that and just have a big fucking? That's what I would think. I'd be going, fuck the
Big
bowl.
fork
Just
I am days when I used to smoke weed, done that in Portobello, and it was fucking amazing.
I'll bet.
But it'd be soggy by the time you get to the end though.
You don't care though. You just sort of like big fat cunt and drink it.
Yeah.
Soggy cereal was all right if you're still in the same sitting. Like if you
Aye,
if you were
can't
eating it and left it and came back to it and it was soggy, you wouldn't want to touch it.
No.
But if you started off eating and you just have it all in a winner, even if it's soggy at the end, it's still all right. I think I'm not sure of the science around that, but I'm pretty sure it's actual factual.
It's because you're acclimatised with it. Like,
Yes,
how
that'll be what it is.
Aye.
Right, pigs and blankets, yes or no?
Yes.
I like sausages in my house.
Oh, are they?
So they get called, yeah. That's the
You
Scottish
know-
name for it.
Talking about cult sites, there was a fire at the tartan shop up in Princess Street or just St Andrews Square. What day was that? Wednesday.
Yeah.
So on Wednesday, there's a fire at the tartan shop. We've got an office there next door. The office gets evacuated, and so we're chatting about it at work on one of our WhatsApp groups. It says, surprised nobody's made a pun about it yet. So my pun was, hopefully everybody was safe and nobody got killed. Tartan shop, killed. Right. Thought that was quite a good one. I was quite proud of that. I was telling it to the folk at work as we were sitting talking about it. And how many folk between 0 and 6 in numbers do you think got the joke?
Oh, name.
9.
No.
9.
No. But nobody in the group chat got either.
No, they did. There was like a laughing, there was a clapping emoji. It was like one of those affirming ones, you know, when folk fucking love it. My phone was like ping, 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 messaging me privately saying, "Mate,
I'm in
fucking
that group chat though.
privately,
Was that
messaging me privately saying,
Go see
Dwayne,
that.
can I use that?" I was like, "Fuck, I help yourself. Like it's out there now." Anyway, right, so T.G. Willis asked the question, pigs and blanket, yes or no? And then he says, depends on the quality of the sausages and the bacon. Then he's got category, devils on horseback. Why don't you get devils on horseback these days? These were all the rage in the 90s.
All the rage.
That's what it is, all the rage.
I'm not sure what devils on horseback is.
I think
What the fuck's that?
Something on, it's a sausage, yeah, right? Is this?
So
No.
devil's things are normally spicy, yeah?
What the fuck's a devil's on horseback?
I'm
I
Googling
don't know.
it.
You look it up, Colin. What do you think it is, Alex, if you were to guess?
A chili on I don't know, a steak or something.
The horseback's a tricky one, eh? It needs to be like a lasagna.
Aye.
Right, I've
I've
got a Jamie Oliver recipe for it.
Right,
As
what
well.
is it?
It is devils on horseback are a hot appetizer or small savoury dish of dried fruit stuffed with such ingredients as cheese or nuts, wrapped in bacon or pancetta. Traditional form of the dish is made with a pitted prune and bacon, but dates are also used, usually steeped in brandy or some other liqueur.
Sounds alright.
Looks alright, like.
It sounds like a faff to make. That's why they didn't do them anymore. Like that. Oh, that just
You
sounded
made
like
it
a
with Byram.
hassle.
Do you make your own Celtic sausages, like?
No.
Pigs and
Buy them.
blankets. That is Byram.
Pigs and blankets in English, then. Celtic sausages have always been called in Scotland.
Always.
You can get foot long ones in Lidl or Aldi, one of they two.
Aye.
Or Barry. They're superb.
I love it. I do like them. Like.
Coming up.
Right, Guinness 2022 pronunciation is a category here, and again full marks for Guinness 2022 for categorising.
Did he start this? Was he the one that started the categorisation?
Potentially. Right, we're out of time for the episode. This is the last question. We started, so we'll finish. We'll do a bit of Magnus Magnuson. Excellent. I've always fucking wanted to do that. And I say always wanted to do it. It's the first time I thought about it. Aye. Yeah. Pronunciation. Argentina's Lionel Messi enunciated Lionel is the GOAT of football. Did 1980s give us a clue stroke tap dancing tryhard Lionel Blair miss out on goatness simply through less exotic pronunciation?
Aye, because I reckon there's just more people that say Lionel than there is Lionel, that's it.
Aye. It was always Lionel until Messi came along, though. That was a game changer for the name.
Aye. But is anybody... I just call him Messi.
Aye, but like Lionel or Lionel, it wouldn't really matter, would it? Like, you can't
It's Lionel. It's Lionel, you see, anyway. It's not. Aye. But I think it's like the boy that plays for Man City. It's called Jesus. It's fucking Jesus. It's just pronunciation for that country, isn't it? Like, we've never called him Jesus, like at Christmas and that.
It should be spelled Jesus if it is.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Like Heyzeuss.
Aye, it should,
I reckon Lionel Blair, I don't know if it had any impact on things. He was quite famous, back in the day. And then he went on. Was it Big Brother he was on?
Oh, that's right. He celebrated Big Brother. Aye.
And he did a big evil stare at somebody, and then that's sort of what he got.
Right.
Like re-famous for.
A lion, Lionel. Aye, that's how you spell it. Aye.
I think Messi would want to call that, just to.
Aye. Right.
But Blair was famous, but that was because there was like 3 or 4 channels back in the day, and he was on prime time.
Aye.
Oh, right.
It wasn't for the dancing, like that's why he got on the telly, because he was a tap dancer, like I think it says in the question, eh?
Yep.
Like tap dancers aren't famous.
There was somebody shared a tweet. It was Lionel Blair getting introduced on Give Us a Clue. I think it might be Sam Delaney, actually, yeah. Michael Aspel did it. And then somebody else shared him doing tap dancing, I think it was with Sammy Davis Jr., I think. And then, but it was like black and white with a studio audience watching cunts tap dance, and you go, that would never fly for entertainment now. Imagine like the Come On Britain's Got Talent and just be like fucking buzz, fuck off.
I know. Well, that's it. But that's just like
They were lapping it up,
an old episode of like London, mind the London at the Palladium or whatever, on a Sunday night. It used to be on a Sunday night. If you watch that now, you'd be going, fuck me, what are they all laughing at? It was like watching. I watched an old clip recently, Michael Barrymore, on singing. I can't remember what the programme was called. Holy fuck!
It's
like they've got a gospel
My
choir
Kind of
on
People or something. Was that what he? I can't remember. It was something like that.
And then he starts chiming in and taking over, and you're going,
is it not one of the
singers?
Is it not, what the hell is it? Is it not the I'll See You When You Get There song?
Aye, that's him. That's the song he sings. Aye, it's that very clip.
Aye, the ultimate Alan Partridge video. It won it. It was, I think it won it. It won the final anyway. But there's a Twitter account, fucking Partridge of the Day or something, and he had that big World Cup, like Partridgeisms. It was superb. I think that go all the way. It might have won it. I don't know.
Aye, it's brilliant. You seen it? You not seen it?
I think I'll find it though.
Fucking brilliant.
Post episode.
Amazing.
It's so good.
Aye,
Right,
so
that one too.
he was very good at swimming, though, was he? Right. Right. That's on that note, that's us for the night. If you're a subscriber, stay tuned. We'll have Shortbangers Extra for you. Obviously, if you've listened to Shortbangers Extra first, we'll not have another one for you. That was the one that we're going to record next. So,
surprise.
Aye, depends what way
Is
you
anybody
listen to it.
listening in that order? We'll
I don't know.
ask on the next programme. Let's go.
Aye, we'll ask next time. Tweet us or text
man.
in 80295. Right, Alex, Colin, thanks very much. I'll speak to you in a minute.
Well, they trailed me down when I broke free. I drank all the whiskey in Tennessee. I don't drink what I know.